So can I zoom back out for a second?
Yeah.
I feel like you've been very honest in outlining the current state of the relationship between the consumer and the dealers.
Yeah.
It's not great because everybody knows that, just like you said, this industry has been historically they've, I don't want to say taken advantage of people, but it's hard because of the lack of transparency to know that a consumer's getting a good deal. So we, as the buying market, we've been conditioned to know that we got to go in there and fight, and we're probably dealing with someone slimy. I love this idea of transparency to get to a better model, to find a deal that works for you as the dealership and a deal that works for the customer too. So that sounds like a philosophy. How many of the dealerships around here subscribe to that philosophy? I mean, is this like an industry-wide, okay, we all get it, everybody, we need to move in this better direction? Or are there still some stragglers out there? And I'm not asking you to name names, but I'm saying, how prevalent is this change in philosophy, and how much of it is specific to certain people?
And how much of it also, how can we vet that? How do you find out truly what a dealership's philosophy is so that we can come in prepared?
Reviews really help you. Check out the reviews. A lot of times, and I'm not looking for the one-offs, because a lot of times someone, if they had one bad experience, a lot of times if you look, it's, there's a 1 star and it's all about some really weird one-off situation. Don't pay any mind to that. But look, if you see a pattern, patterns will tell you everything you need to know about a store. Time and time again, if they say, hey, they were quick with my time, they were, they didn't play games, which is huge, and a lot of those dealers that do that. So how prevalent? I would say right now, there's still some stragglers. There's still a lot of those owners out there that they say that gross is forever, which how much you can make on the front of the car, and so I refuse to do it. We're going to continue to do it. This is how we've made money, and this is how we've been successful. And I've seen, just based on looking at the numbers from the Idaho Dealer Association, that their numbers have gone down. It's not going to help them in the long run. And I think if they don't start to really change, they're just going to become obsolete. It's just, they're going to go away.
So back to Natalie's question, how do you know? I mean, I can ask a company what their philosophy is, but their words do not necessarily match up with actions.
Yeah.
What do we need to be looking for besides reviews?
And you mentioned in past conversations, you mentioned that you really have found that family-owned dealerships in the Treasure Valley tend to have an interest in retaining good relationships.
I'm a big believer in that. I think family-owned dealerships really have a little bit more of they're a little more centered with their customer base. They really care about their customer base for the most part, where a lot of those big corporate chains, they're big and they've got all these, there's a lot of red tape, and it's not as personal. It's more of a, you're a number. And it doesn't mean you can't get a good deal from these stores. You can. And also there are some family-owned dealerships out there that also can be slimy. So it's tough, I think, but I think reviews do help. Also, word of mouth. Talk to people that that have bought in a car recently, and how was their experience. People are buying. I'll tell you this. Right here's an interesting fact. So in the past, I said people used to keep cars for a long time. Right now, I can speak for Audi. I don't, and Volkswagen. I don't know about the other brands. I should find out. I'm curious now. But our average ownership length, how long they own the car right now, average is 24 and a half months.
What?
That's it.
People are only keeping cars for 2 years. New cars?
Yeah.
I'm buying a new car, and I'm only going to...
Yeah. Man. That's the average, and this is over thousands of people now. And so, and I think one of the reasons that we're in the midst of sort of this arms race of technology. These cars are changing so dramatically, so quick, that people are like, wow, when you get a brand new cell phone, it's really cool, right? It's got the coolest camera. It can do this. It can do that. All these